Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a message for the collective for all signs for February 11th, 2020. Alright, so because this is a message for everyone, for all signs, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I hope everybody enjoyed and is enjoying this Leo full moon energy that we're still bathing and basking in. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading. And I'm just going to ask that while I'm doing this reading, you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates. But most of all, I just want to thank you guys for listening and for all the love and support that you show this channel. It really does mean the world to me. All right, so I'm going to start off with pulling a major arcana card from the Enchanted Tarot deck. It's a beautiful deck. The cards are really big though, so they're a little funky to shuffle. And I shuffle them in between my readings and after readings because on camera it gets a little bit too goofy. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into this. What messages do we have for the collective? We'll leave it there. Okay, excellent. We have that Leo energy coming out loud and proud with the Strength card as our overall energy. So this is that Leo energy. This is all about, taming your inner beasts. But this is also all about finding the calm within. No matter what's going on around you, just finding some sort of sense of calm, being able to weather any storm. So even if this energy for you at this time isn't that great, guess what? Time to go within, find that inner strength and that resolve. Right now you have the courage to do whatever it is that you need to do that's for your best and your highest good. All right, really, really nice energy with that Strength card. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards for the collective for February 11th, 2020. So what messages do you have for the collective? February 11th, 2020. And I do apologize, I do have a squeaky chair. Okay, messages for the collective, February 11th, 2020. All right, we've got the Hermit in reverse. Oof, the Tower card. The Star card in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at some of our overall energies from the bottom of the deck. Here we have the Death card. This doesn't surprise me. This is Scorpionic energy. Death card is taking something, oh, look, it says Vita mutatur non tolitur. Interesting. I don't know what that says, but this is absolutely gorgeous. Look, this woman is lying on this rock and death has come for her. But look at that. There are all of these butterflies and this real transformative energy. This is something that we all go through. Okay, like all of the major arcana cards, we all experience these at some level in our life. And truthfully, if we're all here and we're listening to this, we will also be going towards death, right? It's this natural cycle of life. Now, when I say that, I don't mean to scare anybody, but the Death card is all about transformation. It's all about moving on. So it can be a personal transformation. It can be taking a look at, and especially coupled with this Tower card, I feel feel like there's a real honesty here that you know, a lot of you have taken a good hard look at a situation, or even gone within and a behavior pattern that you have, or a thought process. But it could also be in the outer world. It could be a love relationship. It could be a job, but something here that needs to be transformed, and something that will be transformed, because we definitely see this Tower card. Okay, and it's definitely not going to be something easy. Now, remember that when we have all of these trials and these tribulations, okay, it requires our strength to get through it. But remember that when we weather the storm, or we pass through our fears, or we face our fears, there's always a huge blessing in the end. And that's what this card is saying. You know, this person, she might be a little bit afraid. There's the symbol of the Ankh there, which is also everlasting life. So that, remember that we just change. So, you know, if a person actually passes on into the spirit world, you know, their soul survives, but that energy of them has just changed. Okay, they may not be in their physical body anymore, but it doesn't mean that they're gone. And the same thing with a relationship, right? You know, relationships change. You know, we change, and it doesn't necessarily mean that something is destroyed. Everything is energy. So there's, you know, Spirit is asking you to be very strong at this point in time while you experience this major transformation. Underneath that, we have the Lovers card. So for some of you, this is going to be is going to deal with a love relationship. This is Gemini energy. The Death card is Scorpio energy. It could also just be a major decision that you have to make. Some of you might have been leaving a karmic connection, or, you know, a connection that you once felt was a twin flame or a soulmate. It may be a separation, but it could also just be some major life choice. It could be something between you and your higher self. You could have realized that something that you were doing hasn't been serving your highest good, but it's something that you've spent years creating the neural pathways and the body memory, things you've been telling yourself, ways of doing things that are no longer working for you. Underneath that, we have the Four of Swords. This is coming out of you know, this is coming out of a period of, you know, rest and meditation and respite. And it takes me back to that Three of Swords. This is going to be difficult. There could be some heartbreak. There could be some disappointments, right? But it's so important that you get to the heart of the matter, and that this is dealt with now. And then we have the Six of Swords, because ultimately it's going to be taking you to a much better place. It's your journey. It's your soul's journey. And it's a winding journey, and it's not always easy. And at this time, it really requires all of your strength here, okay? All of your strength, all of your resolve. And so no matter what's going on, it's a very, very important transformation. Now, the first card out, we have the Hermit card. This is Virgo energy. The Virgo energy is all about, you know, isolation. It's all about meditation. It's a spiritual journey. It's going within. And I feel like many of you guys have had to go within, take a really good hard look. Now, interestingly enough, before I started this reading, I was doing a meditation, and, you know, deceit came up. And it was either somebody has been deceptive around you or in a relationship, and you're uncovering that. But most of all, it was all about self-deception. And, you know, what came up before that was being stuck in a way of doing things, or in a relationship that was comfortable, and not seeing the big picture, not realizing all of the opportunities that are available to us when we get stuck in this very comfortable, you know, in this very comfortable relationship, whether it's with a person or whether it's with ourselves, telling ourselves, you know, this is how we're going to do things. It's like when we're too married to our agenda to take a look, you know, to take a step back and see that there's an easier or better way of doing things, right? And this card here, the Hermit card, is somebody going within, doing that analysis, coming to that realization, and now it's time to step out. Okay, so we have, you know, the Hermit card is, you know, it's time for you to step out of that isolation and take action, which we're seeing here in that Strength card. Remember, this maiden, you know, this lion has been terrorizing, her village or her town or what have you. And many people have tried to, to slay the lion or to tame the lion. And she just ends up, she just kind of gets sick of it, rolls up her sleeves, goes up to the lion with no fear in her heart and shuts its mouth. And that's kind of what I'm getting here from this Hermit energy. Funny enough, the Hermit card is number 9, and in reverse, it takes us back to that Strength card, that number 8, right? So it's all about taking action, facing your fears, having the courage. Remember, at this time with this Leo full moon, we are supported in this journey, and we're supported in having the courage to do what needs to be done. Now, this will lead to a tower moment, and towers are all about transformation. So I love the synchronicity here. I love the fact that the tower and death cards show up, because this is a very important choice, and I feel like it's a choice that you made. Okay, it was a choice that you made to stop being complacent, whether it's at work, whether it's in a love relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, or whether it's with your higher self. Something here needed to change. Now, sometimes this lightning bolt, is brought on by someone else or by the universe, but I feel like more than anything, this lightning bolt was brought on by you. You realize, wake up call, something needs to change, and it needs to happen now. Now, the star card, so this is amazing because you have four major arcanas that came out with the Crystal Visions Tarot. And the star card is Aquarius energy, and it's really this need for healing. So again, Spirit is saying this is not going to be an easy process. You've gone in, you found the light, you found the reason, you found the drive, the need to make this big change. And it's not an easy change. It's a very powerful and mighty change. And it's going to feel really difficult. And Spirit's saying, you might feel like maybe it's a dark night of the soul type energy, or it's a huge breakup. It could be a divorce. It could be something that's just really rocking your foundation. And you're going to have to take the time for healing after this. But once you do, you come to this Two of Pentacles energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and look, she's celebrating. She's like, I've done it. I've done it all. You're balancing things seamlessly. You're in the flow. And I really, really love that energy for you guys. And this is tough stuff. And remember, this is something that we all go through. And when it's tough, it's really important that you transmute this energy. Not only do you try to stay optimistic, okay, but you also try to transmute that energy, change that energy into, hey, this is something that was necessary, and I'm going to come out bigger, better, and stronger. Look at her. I see her dancing. She's like, I did it. I've got this. And she's also created a more fruitful and abundant, situation for herself, life or relationship. Okay, again, wow. So we have the Leo card coming out again. So here I'm seeing these 3 8s, the Strength card, the Hermit in reverse, going back to the 8, and then we have the Power card. So this is going, this may involve an important Leo person in your life, or, Spirit more than anything is saying these are the qualities you have to take on right now to find the courage, the inner strength to go through with this, because it's going to be the best thing for you. But Spirit's saying you have to be strong. Foundation and achievements, number 4. Okay, a multiple of 8. Remember, 2 4s give us 8. 4s are all about, you can do this. And look at this. Here we have this happy union. We have this rainbow. We have the foundation. Your foundation is being rocked, but you're getting the chance to rebuild, and you're getting a chance to actually build something that's true and that's strong and that will not shake will not shake at all if there's a hurricane, there's an earthquake, if there's another tower moment. All right, and then we have the solar plexus chakra, number 3. That's all about your own personal strength and resolve, setting boundaries, just your sheer willpower. Your solar plexus chakra is right under your heart. And it's this part, some of you might have to do solar plexus energy healing work. Stand strong, be strong. You've got this, okay? Everything is going to be just fine. But there's so much strength that's needed at this time. And Spirit saying there's so much support for you. Really, really nice energy. Although, it is going to be kind of tough. Okay, and I feel like this is much bigger than a daily reading. So, take that into account. All right. All right, we have choosing your path. All is possible. Yeah, so again, this is all about, you getting through this. I feel like this is that energy of the Hermit, though, that you were at a crossroads. You knew that something needed to change. You just had to choose a direction. You've chosen the right direction. It's now time to go through with it. And there's so many, there's so much coming to you. So much abundance that's coming to you as long as you stay strong, stand in your power. All right, and joy and delight, and open your heart to joy. So for some of you, I think you've been in a loveless job or relationship. I feel like this came up in yesterday's reading as well, if I can remember correctly. So it's really important. This is all about your happiness. Whether you believe it or not, this transformation is all about your happiness. And it's time to bring that joy back into your life. It's time to be happy again. And it might take some really tough steps to get there, but you're doing it. Final message for the collective, February 11th, 2020. All right, here we have Yemanya, golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Yeah, look at that. And I love this water. So this water is kind of coming to sort of, because there's so much fire in this reading. And I feel like it's this star energy. All of this work that you're doing, choosing to initiate this tower moment, this change, this transformation, standing in your own personal power, choosing your path and choosing a path of happiness, because no matter how hard it's gotten or how hard it gets, this is ultimately going to be for your greatest good. And Spirit is saying you got to walk through that door. This is something that's opening for you right now, and it's going to yield so much abundance and so many benefits. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, you guys. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, thank you guys for listening. And I love you, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day.